So that's right, guys, I'm out doing a little practicing, and you may notice I got something a little bit different on the back of the bike here. Guys, my name is Rick, and this is the HG Vibe channel. In today's video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this storage solution that I put on the 2023 Street Glide ST. We'll talk about what it is, what you get with it, the price point, how I've utilized this, and my impressions in terms of riding with it here on the range as well as out on the road. And I'll also share with you at the very end a discount code, so if you are interested in this, you too can get one of these to put on your bike. And we'll get into all that right after this. That's right, guys, this is a police style tour pack or top box that I put on the 2023 Street Glide ST, and this is actually from TCMT. And let me tell you a little bit about this. So what you get with this, it's well packaged. I've obviously got it already installed, so I'm not going to unbox it for you, but what you do get with this is basically just this. You don't get the mounting bracket or the mounting plate that would go inside of that. You do have to order that separately, but for the price point, I think you get a really good value in this. Let me open this thing up and show you what we got. So unlike a normal tour pack, which I also have for this bike, and I really wanted this for the times when I'm out practicing on the range and I'm just throwing a bunch of cones or other equipment in the back of this. So you do get a key, you get 2 keys, and basically it's no frills, right? So it's got a tether here, not retractable. It's just sort of bolted on the top and the bottom portion of this, and plenty of storage room. Okay, so as I said, you get 2 keys that come with this, and actually when you unlock this, you cannot take this key out unless you turn it to the locked position. So I think that's actually a pretty good feature on this. As far as the room, it's pretty deep. You can see here, you could definitely get a half helmet in here, but my full-size modular helmet does not happen to fit in this tour pack. But there's plenty of room. I've got cones. I've carried all my camera equipment today. Just a good basic utility type extra storage top box. And you can see it has all of the waterproofing gasket around it so that you don't have to worry about water getting in it. And you just put it down, turn the key and pull it out, and you have it locked up. So this is definitely a little bit smaller than, say, a King Tour pack, but I think it definitely gives you more room than a Chop Tour pack. And I do apologize, guys, I'm at my local Harley-Davidson dealership, Gateway Harley-Davidson, so you might hear some motorcycles in the background. They're getting ready to pull everything in for the evening. But anyway, so basically pretty utilitarian in style. But for me, that's exactly what I wanted. It does come in black, vivid black, and it also comes in a white. I think it's probably a birch white. It wasn't a white that would match this white sand pearl, so I actually went with black to complement the black accents on this bike. My experience in riding with this, it's very solid. You know, there's no rattling. I've done, as I said, I've ridden this on the highway, local roads, state highways, and I've used it out here practicing slow speed maneuvers. And this thing so far, and it's just been a couple of weeks, but it's held up very well and it's very solid. Actually, one of the folks here from Gateway Harley-Davidson came over and looked at it, and he's like, wow, for the price, the quality on this thing is really, really good. Again, you're gonna have some latches on the outside, but it's more of a police style top box. So how I've mounted this, and again, what you get with this is just this box. You don't get any mounting hardware, you don't get the quick detach. And the way I mounted this up is I have a 4-point docking hardware on the Street Glide ST. I used a 2014 quick detach tour pack bracket that I put underneath. And then what I did was I actually purchased a 2014 support plate that goes in here. And that has the 4 holes already drilled that will line up with your bracket. And so what I did was I pushed that plate all the way to the back of this, and then I marked points for my pilot holes, and then I drilled through that and used just some basic bolts, nuts, and then a lock washer underneath that, as well as the lock nuts, so nylon lock nuts, so that it's securely mounted on here and I don't have to worry about it coming loose. So I'm not going to show you obviously how I installed it. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Just 4 holes is what I drilled. Like I said, that plate basically lines you up. You get it pushed to the back and you get it equal distant from left to right. And as with typical on a police style setup like this, this pushes, the back of this really lines up with the back of the mount. And typically on a Harley-Davidson police bike, what you'll find is they just use a Tour Pack permanent mount rack, and then they bolt these onto that. And since typically police bikes are solo setup, these are pushed a little bit farther forward, and that's the way I like it set up for my use as well. Now I could put a 2-up seat on this and still ride with this, and what I could do is if I wanted to, I could loosen those bolts and then just slide that back on that mounting bracket that's in there. So that's what this is. Now let's talk about, you can get 2 colors. You can get the black or the white. You also, from a price point, I believe, and I'm actually going to pop it up here on the screen, but I believe this is at $139.99. And if you use the code that I have, which I'm going to pop up here, which is HDVibe5, and you go to the link that I will have down in the description, I will have that specifically for this, or a general link for TCMT overall, and you can use that discount code for this or any other products on the TCMT website. They ship this stuff out super quick. I believe this came from Pennsylvania. I know I've had friends order stuff from TCMT and it comes from California. So one of those 2 shipping points, depending on where this stuff is at. But it's a really great value for a real basic tour pack. You don't have to worry about banging this thing up. I do have chopped tour packs that I run on the bikes, but for this type of use where if I drop the bike, I don't have to worry about damaging this. This is just a great option. And for the price point, obviously you got to get your mounting bracket and maybe the plate and some screws. So you're under about $200 for some really good extra storage that you can put on your bike that you really don't have to worry about it at that price point. So guys, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think, how this looks on the Street Glide ST. If you do order it, make sure you use that code. Again, that's HDVibe5, and I will have a link and that code down in the description for you. So guys, if you got some value out of this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also consider sharing this with your friends so someone else that might be interested in either this or some other TCMT products, like I have the Saddlebag crash guards on this bike. Great option as well. I'll actually put a link to that down in the description as well. Those are under $60, and again, you can use that code to get a further discount. Share this with your friends so that they might be able to see this as well. Also consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that button right down here. That really helps out the channel. When you do subscribe, leave a comment down below saying I subscribe so I can personally reach out and thank you for supporting the channel. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon and select all so you do get notified every time I do put out new content. I have over 200 videos on tips, tricks, rides, reviews, and installs on these Harley-Davidson touring motorcycles. So there's bound to be something else that will either pique your interest, educate you a little bit more on a product that you can put on these bikes, or even learn how to install it yourself and save yourself some shop labor, either at an independent shop or your local dealership. So guys, with that, I want to leave you with this thought. Life is short. Get out and ride the bike. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.